Yes, hi. My name is Ramramba Morris, aka Morris the Crochet Master, and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Knowing My Hairstyle. And of course, on this channel, this is where you're going to find those different hairstyles that you will need to know before doing them. And I always tell you more ideas and what is happening to this hairstyle, so that if you have a certain hair type, you should do them or you shouldn't do them. And this time around, it's the same thing that we are going to talk about right now. So if it's your first time to be on this channel, I would like you to make it a point by clicking on the red button, ring the bell, so that you always be the first person to watch all the updates of the videos that I always upload, telling you more ideas about knowing your hairstyle. So now, when we talk about knowing your hairstyle, it means I be telling you a certain hairstyle, and then I make sure that I explain more about it, so that if you're going to do it, you already know the ideas about that hairstyle. So for now, we are going to talk about what hairstyle can that one with natural dreadlocks can be plaited. So this is a very interesting that yes, when you have natural dreadlocks, sometimes you also try to do a change. You'd want to have that change, that new look, and sometimes you feel like there is a certain hairstyle that you want to do. And guess what? I'm here to give you those hairstyle that you can do when you have natural dreadlocks. So first and foremost, let's try to talk about these natural dreadlocks that I'm trying to explain. Yes, there are those ones who are already having like long natural dreadlocks that is going to be very difficult for you to add on something on top. And yes, why am I saying that? You'll find like maybe your dreads are very heavy or maybe they're thick, and then it might be hard for you to add something on top. But I'm talking to those ones with natural dreadlocks, but when they're not very thick and they're not very big, still when they're not too packed. You get it? So those are the people that I want to explain to, and when they're trying to do these hairstyles, trust me, they're going to look very nice. So number one hairstyle that I will choose for you, to those ones who have the natural dreadlocks but not too much, like not too thick and heavy, yes, it would be the Junky Curls. Why am I saying this? I recommend this hairstyle just because it is a crochet, and I believe when it comes to its curls, it will bring that natural look. And again, you will find like, yes, it is very easy to just crochet, and now someone won't notice that there is the dreadlocks inside. So this is this would be the best hairstyle for you, the person with natural dreadlocks. Now let's get to the number two, and the number two hairstyle, I will choose the French coils. Yes, the French coils, this hairstyle just comes from Curls, and yes, you can see it here how it looks. So those ones are also very perfect when it comes to those ones with natural dreadlocks. You can do it and no one will notice that you have dreadlocks inside. Our number three, it would be the Afro Spring. And yes, we have been doing the Afro Spring, the short one, but I will recommend that you do the Afro Spring that is somehow long a little bit, and it is going to look very good when it comes to that, and no one will notice that you have something inside. So that would be your number three hairstyle. So now let's get to the number four. And yes, we cannot of course forget about the Jerry curls. Yes, even the Jerry curls would look very nice for that person. And then the number five would be the mean afro. Yes, I love this. In fact, for the mini afro, this is a very perfect hairstyle, because for it will even try to change the look, since it looks like the real afro hair, so it will try to change the look. And then let's the number 6, there is jumpy braids. Yes, the jumpy braids are also very perfect for you, the person with natural dreadlocks. So now let's get to the number 7. And the number 7, I'm having for you the boom flex. The boom flex is also a very perfect thing for you, and this is also going to change that whole look. Yes, you know how you can be having the dreadlocks, you just look the same from January to December, or like 5 years, 10 years. So this one can bring that good looking change. And now I think you have seen me, I was trying to come up with hairstyle with curls, because I believe that those hairstyle with curls, they try to make it look more natural, and they try to hide the inside dreadlocks. Okay, but still we can still try to choose even on the braiding side, and on the braiding side I would choose to do the afro kinky braids. So the afro kinky braids, this one will also depend, just because I don't want to choose them. Why? Just because somehow somewhere you will find like it is dreadlocks, so that's why I was not trying to do that. But well, they like, maybe if you also want to have it, it can also be good, the afro kinky braids. And I think for this one they will just have to, they try to make like they can get like 4 strands of the braids, and then they just add the extension, they start braiding. So that one can also be a very nice hairstyle. And then the number 9, that would be the natural tangle. And the natural tangle still also goes with the braids, because it's kind of look the same. That one can also come out very nicely. But I believe when it comes to the twisting, it is somehow tricky. When yeah, it is somehow tricky. You might find if it is a twisting, they will just have to first twist your dread, and maybe when they reach at the some extent, when they just start adding. So it is also somehow very difficult and somehow hard, that it will need a hairstyle who will try to count. Because remember, when you're having your dreadlocks, your natural dreadlocks, and they're trying to add on some hair extension, this hair extension that is added, it doesn't need to be heavy. You get it? So that's why when we try to look at the crochet that I was trying to tell you, those ones are very light, and they can always try to give you that feel like you have not yet added anything. But now when you bring the braid and add it on, it creates that weight on it. So I would try to advise that if someone is trying to work on you, they shouldn't add a lot. You get it? So that's why the kinky part and the braid, the afro kinky braids plus the natural tangles, those ones they're coming lastly, because I know it will take a profession to do it very nicely. But the other ones, they're very perfect, and someone can just do them very nicely. You cannot forget the spiral curls. Those ones that are also very nice. They can still also do a very nice good looking thing. But all in all, I'm talking about those ones with dreadlocks. Once your dreadlocks are not very heavy and are not very thick, I'm talking about the dreadlocks that can be done, that can be styled, and they can be few. You get it? Not like styling and you get a bigger puff on top, so that one will be a very hard for you. So for those ones, if you try to choose in those hairstyles, trust me, they are going to look very nice. And of course, I cannot forget like these other hairstyles, like the passion twists, when you have done them with the crochet and others. But of all, what I would recommend, those are the hairstyle that you will do when you have your natural dreadlocks on top. They should be having curls, so that those curls are going to hide the dreads inside, and they're not going to be just like that. So for now, guys, this is what I got for you for those hairstyles. At least for these ones, you can also add others. I don't know how the brands can be, but I know there are many. So you can just add them according to the curls, but of all, try to choose hairstyles that are with curls. Try to choose crochet that are with curls. They're going to work for you very, very well. So for now, I'm gonna be signing out. By then, my name is Rambo Morris, aka Morris the Crochet Master, and this is Knowing My Hairstyle. So if you haven't subscribed on this channel, this is the high time you should do that, because we always update you with a certain hairstyles and give you more details about them, in the way that you can always learn to protect your hair, you can always learn to style your hair, and you can know the duration of a certain hairstyle when it is plaited, and how often you can braid, or how you can stay with it for all that whole time. So for now, let me just sign out, and please wait for me in my next video, so that I introduce to you even other hairstyles. So if you have even a question that you would want to ask, just drop that in the comment section, or maybe a hairstyle that you'd want me to talk about. I will always come back here and I tell you more about that. So bye bye, may the Lord bless you all.